Mr. Cavalcante, you can talk. Now it's live, the session.
I was waiting for Rafael too. Rafael?
Hi, Alberto. Yeah, it's strange that I cannot change the. I saw the timing. I was looking to strange things in the program that
Yeah.
20 minutes or 24 minutes, but and also I think we have 10 people here. Okay, I think we can we start the discussion for closing the session?
This is supposed to be the last moment of the workshop.
So we need to wait 18 minutes.
No, we are already live.
Yeah. Okay, so we can.
People are seeing us.
Yeah. Okay. So first thing, I would like to say thank you, even few people, for the attendees and presenters of the papers and the speakers and the keynote for attending this new edition of the WDES SESoS workshop. So first, also, are there any other comments from the audience or any question, comments about the presentation? I have to apologize about the presentation of Francisco. We have problems with his video, but so is there any question, comment, trends, new topics that the people like or want to cover for maybe the next edition next year, or even from you if you have comments about.
Why will you write down some questions or topics? We would like to say thanks to anyone has prepared a paper to submit. We need to also to thank for the support from the workshop chairs from ICSI, even the general chairs and organizing team that supported us since the beginning. As Rafael said, we faced some issues related to the technical issues related to the platform, but well, we are under exceptional conditions and we are trying to do our best. And the ICSI team it was trying to do their best to, even though we would prefer to be in Madrid, but unfortunately it wasn't possible. But we hope that you enjoyed the papers that were presented here, the keynote from Valdemar, and we think that we have interesting topics to discuss in this workshop. It is a very nice forum to discuss and share research and experiences. And I need to say personal thanks to Rafael, Jan, and Khalil. First, to accept the invitation to join the organizing team for the workshop, but also how they supported all the activities since the planning until running the workshop here today. So thank you very much, Rafael, and I extend my thanks to Jan and Khalil that are not here, but thank you again.
I think, by the way, no comments or no questions or suggestions from the attendees. I have one that could be also one challenge for Valdemar, is that normally we have been witnessing a significant change in the complexity of the systems. So typically we consider a system of system, a complex system formed by constituents. This is very well known. For instance, let's say the case of an air traffic management system. So in this case, we have 15 or 20 subsystems working all together real time, sending information. And if we have a failure in one of the constituents of the subsystems, it can be replaced or handled in some way. And we have some kind of central or decentralized coordination mechanism. But I think it's very challenging. New systems like smart cars and autonomous cars working all together, we can have a platform behind supporting this complex of system. But if we consider one individual car or one individual smart car like a constituent, if we have a failure in one of the cars, it can provoke an emerging behavior in the rest of the cars, in the rest of the autonomous cars. So we have these new challenges that we need to address, maybe with new simulation techniques or new coordination mechanisms to solve these kind of problems. Because now the constituents is not the system itself, because this kind of small or smart system interacting and cooperating each other in a particular environment. So I think this is an interesting challenge for describing new type of system of systems.
Yeah, it's related to reliability, we may say. We need to have reliable systems developed from approaches that may cope with the reliability, because many seasonal systems, ecosystems, and so on, they are inserted into critical domains, and we need to address this kind of issue, because the impacts of if we don't cope with reliability, for example, the injuries may surely be quite high.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, we need to revisit the types of emerging behaviors and the types of coordination mechanisms, because it's not one single computer in a room. Now we have real systems cooperating in the streets or in a real environment. So this is something that we need to probably take a look for the next edition. This kind of specific application domains. Okay, so I don't know if there are more comments or questions.
I'm copying and pasting the what people are writing down in the chat, but just to report to the steering committee from the workshop, we may bring this message to them and try to include this kind of topics to discuss in the topics of interest from the workshop.
Yeah, I think it should be the steering committee should make an effort to, and also the organizing committee, to attract more papers next year and put more interesting topics, challenges, or cover more related areas from even related communities to attract more papers to the workshop next year. I hope the situation will be real and not virtual. Like
X in the next year will be in the United States.
in the United States.
Yes, in Pittsburgh.
In Pittsburgh. Okay. We can go to Pittsburgh for a second time.
Yeah, we hope that in next year most people will be vaccinated. We hope. Maybe at least the conference will be hybrid, at least.
Yeah, I think so. It will
Yeah,
be,
not completely virtual.
yeah, it will be differently. But anyway, apart from the place, I think we need to revisit, or even the steering committee, or everything, all the topics, even the name of the workshop can change, doesn't matter, but put new stuff there to bring papers even from other communities, like simulation, for instance, or people working in simulation, could be also in model-based engineering, to accept papers from different sub-communities or related communities. So thank you, Javier, for the comments. I don't know if there is any other comment or questions. Let me put it in, write it down in the chat. Yes. Or we can have a kind also of lining sessions with short presentations about concrete topics. This could be another idea, and bring also some kind of presentations from industry people. That will be more interesting. Any other comments? suggestion. Yeah, lightning talks could be a way to fill the gaps in the programs. I think so. How 9 minutes to go, or to automatically close the workshop, and also I think ICSI, because I think it's the last or one of the last workshops today.
Yes, yes, yes. Indeed, the workshops, ICSI workshops are going to finish tomorrow.
No,
But we
tomorrow.
are one of the last one, yes.
Yeah, we having 3 more workshops running at the same time. So
Yes.
it seems there are no additional comments or questions from the people in the room. I think, Francisco, if you want, perhaps you can send your presentation or a link of your presentation to ours, and we can distribute it to the rest of the authors. Because perhaps some people couldn't see your full presentation. So if you want, you can send us the link to the video, and we can forward the video to the rest of the presenters. If not, they will have your paper. They can read your interesting work. So we are still here, but there are no more comments or questions. What else can we do to attract more submissions? So we can have industry talks, lightning talks, expand the number of topics. Any other idea that we could do for the next edition? Cross the fingers. Yeah, I think we can summarize this and send a brief report to the steering committee.
Yes, yes, yes. I took some notes based on what we wrote down here and what we told, just to let the steering committee informed about how we try to run the workshop and how we manage it here. I think.
Yeah, but it's a common trend in Canada collocated events of it said that the number of submission was also low, also in the technical deck conference, and maybe Canada events has the less number of submissions than typically they have.
Yeah, last year we had a larger number of submissions. Maybe this year we have a general reduction of submissions.
Yeah.
I think that there is an effect, also an effect of the pandemic, undoubtedly.
So it's a kind of emerging behavior also.
Yes. Yes.
So Emilia says that we are open to other topics interesting to other communities like safety. Yeah, safety and reconfigurations are, of course, different challenges, but they are part of the inherent complexity of any software or system of systems. So we need all this kind of mechanism, Emilia, for any complex system. So, of course, this can be included in topics, especially for the smart and dynamic systems. The reconfigurations are especially critical and important. Good. So 9 people, including ours here. Francisco, do you have any comment or questions about the unfortunate presentation or something that you want to tell to this small community? Or some topic that you would like to be covered next edition? So any one of you being presenters or attendees, if you want to make an additional comment, just send to Everton or to me an email and we will include your suggestion. Okay, here is one. What about the detection of anomaly behaviors and techniques for debugging the system of systems? Yeah, interesting we still need
Debugging and testing, verifying, validating, and testing.
yeah, but testing different subsystems at the same time, testing different subsystems in different in isolation. So yeah, it's a challenging area. Yeah, so because all the systems should be interconnected, so we have this kind of
and besides the need of interconnection, well, the constituent systems, they are both operational and managerially independent. So you may these systems may not be under your control. And how you will test this? Of course, you need to focus on the integration and the systems, but well, you need to consider the operational and managerial dependence of the systems, and the fact of joining or leaving the overarching system of systems at runtime, and you need to handle this.
Yeah, Taufik also says that something that's changing this is the breakthroughs made in other disciplines like autonomous system, artificial intelligence, digital transformation. Yeah, of course, system of system is a cross-cutting disciplines for many application domains. So we need to include some of these topics or keywords in the call for papers of the next edition to attract people from these communities that perhaps they don't submit because they think, okay, this is only systems engineering, but it's not about AI or autonomous systems. So in order to attract more contributions, I think we need to add some of these keywords in the list of the topics of the call for papers. So maybe we can bring new people. Yeah, and also for testing complex systems, if we have reliable and powerful simulation mechanisms, I think we can improve the way this kind of systems can be tested, because we can simulate the real behavior in a virtual platform. Okay, good. IoT technologies, yeah, 5G, everything is needed depending on the specific application domain. Yeah, we need to add more keywords. So less than 2 minutes to say goodbye. It is supposed that Cloudar is cutting. So again, I would like to thank you, Everton, for this continuous support and all the people attending and presenting, and also the keynotes, and hope next year, next edition, we can have a real and physical event, and we can bring the interest of more submitters. So from my side, nothing more to say. So thank you very much for being here today and attending WDES SESoS workshop. And Everton, if you have to say something to close.
Nothing besides thanks to everyone, and my honest wishes is that everyone stays well and safe.
Okay, so should we leave? I think if there is no more live comments or on the chat. So thank you all and goodbye.
Thank you all. Bye bye.
He's going to send the video. Okay.